one more of those guilty pleasure shows. It's got a funny concept and it's really nothing new. It's another comedy harem genre, yet I found this one quite entertaining. Hello everyone, I'm Joe and welcome to another edition of Newin Anime Review. This episode, Shomin Sample.
Shomin Sample's story begins as our protagonist Kimito Kagurazaka, an ordinary high school student, is kidnapped by manservants and is brought and forced to enroll in an all-prestigious girl boarding school. But why do this all happen in the first place? The reason because the school is completely isolated from the outside world in order to protect the innocence of the girls. However, there is a problem in that, as the moment a student graduates from the school, they are unable to cope with the outside world as they have been isolated from that. So Kimito is the Shomin Sample. Shomin meaning common. They chose him because they believe having a male commoner would provide a gentle way to introduce the girls to the realities of the outside world. Also the fact they chose him because they thought he was gay, therefore didn't feel like he was a threat to the girls. Shomin Sample episode structures are more broken into skit segments. There is not really an overarching story except for the first half when Kimito was trying to help one of the girls get popular, but after that, the cast of characters just go off and do various things with Kimito. However, I do find these skits to be rather entertaining and a bit interesting at the same time. It's like a mixture of slice of life activities that you see in other anime, but with the twist that Kimito is the one teaching the girls how common things work, and this can sometimes lead him to trolling these girls. It's what you expect in a typical moe show. It's not really that deep or special. Kimito Kagurazaka is the main protagonist of the show, and is also the victim of the lucky harem situation he's been put in. Unfortunately for him, he has to play the gay guy, otherwise they snip something off him. What sets him slightly apart from other harem protagonists is that he is aware of the situation he's in and sometimes uses it to his advantage to play pranks on the girls, trolling them about the common outside world. But that doesn't stop him from being oblivious at times. Unfortunately, as he just plays the role of a helper and observes everyone else, he doesn't really have much development compared to the others. Aika Tenkubashi is one of the four main female protagonists, part of the harem. Her aim is to get popular, and she believes by being the most commoner out of all the girls in the school, she believes she can achieve that. And it's a really nice development we see from her, as she was an outcast at first, but grows to hang out with the other girls soon after. Reiko Arusagawa is the most prestigious girl role model in school. She is one of the perfect examples of a girl who's completely adopted to the life of a pure girl, and hence she is the most incompetent when it comes to trying to understand a commoner's life. But she does try her best and probably gives the most effort trying to retain her most popular girl status at the school still. She does have a nice arc towards the end of the show, but other than that, not too much development. Another one of the main girls is Hakua Shirodome, the lolly of the group and a quiet one, rarely showing any emotion. She is considered a genius and actually isolated from not only the commoners, but also the pure girls in the school, so she doesn't know any common sense, and she doesn't really show any signs of development, being the emotional doll she is. And we get the best girl, Karen Jinryo, who is a katana-wielding awkward beautiful girl. Other than playing the awkward girl who just does entertaining things and taking things too seriously, she doesn't have much of a character development other than respecting Kimito over time, although she doesn't really do it too much. Although I love the characters and the interactions with one another, I can't really say that any of them get that much development. Sure, Aika and Reiko get some, but that's only during their respective arcs, and they kind of are backseated during the other episodes, but it is all the interactions between all these different personalities is what I love about the characters in general. Even though they're not very deep, they do provide a good chemistry. Being a very moe show, the art style is rather cutesy. The character designs make every character look much smaller than their ages, even though they're not really lollies. It's rather standard and simple for the most part, even during the more intense scenes. The animation in general repeats itself a few times, but I guess that sort of is understandable considering Silverlink did put up 3 anime out during the season, and you can see clearly which one they put more effort in. Even though the art style does look a bit innocent, that doesn't stop them from giving us some fan service for both girls and guys once in a while. The soundtrack is not that great in general. Nothing at all really stands out as they are just there to be put into scenes. It fits the theme of being at a prestigious school, so there's quite a bit of classical music to fill out the scenes. The opening theme is a really catchy song and has a nice tune and ring to it. The ending song is fine as well, although it doesn't have the most memorable tune to it.
I found this show to be rather enjoyable despite its simplicity. I like the characters and the interactions with each other. I especially like how Kimito trolls the other girls around, him being a commoner and they are not. And also they are well aware of their cliches sometimes, as they can make their cliches even funnier. Also, there are quite a few references in the show if you are able to get it. It's just one of those guilty pleasure shows that make you laugh a bit.
As we draw close to the end of the review, I give the story a 6. Even though there may not be much of an overall arcing story, I do like how they take the concept and try to create situations for the characters to react differently in normal circumstances. My only gripe was they kept showing this mystery girl. For the animation sound, I give it a 6 and a 5. The animation is not really that special in general, the cute art style fits the moe genre of the show, and I do like how they use bright colours a lot to make it slightly innocent. The sound, even though it fits the scenes, is very subtle, as you would not notice or hear it. The opening is nice and catchy, and the ending is alright for what it is. The characters, I give them a 7. I like the different personalities of each character and their interactions with one another. I like how Kimito is a bit different to the other protagonists and trolls the girls. They bring out the most enjoyment into the show. There's not a lot of development in them, except for maybe Aika and Reiko, and also one of the girl characters they keep showing in like the opening and the ED, she didn't really get a lot of time in the anime in general, even though they showed it a lot. For my own personal enjoyment, I give it an 8. I love some of the skits that they were able to pull off. I like how the girls react differently to a common situation. I thought it was smart with the comedy. I like how the main protagonist was not a complete dense idiot, but more like the situation he was forced in made him who he is. I laughed quite a bit during this show, and it became one of my guilty pleasure shows, but there was some drama in the show that I really felt nothing for. So for the overall score of Shomin sample after rounding it all up, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a harem show that uses its concept smartly for comedy. I recommend this show to those who are looking to kill time or who like the harem comedy genre. It's not a really deep show, but it can make you laugh. If you want to watch Shomin sample, it's available on Funimation. If you are Australian like me, you can watch it on Anime Lab.
Well, that's it for this edition of Newin Anime Review. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you can't be bothered, go watch another video. With that all said and done, yes! I really don't get that still. Sayonara!